Dating is not hard. You are the problem. There is this saying that opposites attract, but in reality, when opposites attract, there is a high tendency to clash. So I always tell people, like, go after what you envision in your future, in your tomorrow. I think so many people are guilty of this. Now, you as a young man, you want to have a girlfriend or you want to settle down, and in your head you see your wife as someone who is conservative, she has natural hair and the likes. What are you doing on a body's page? What are you doing on a girl whose page screams high maintenance? She's always on frontal, she's always on closure wigs, like 5x5 closure wigs. Of course, you know that these hairs are expensive. You understand? Like, she's always changing her wig, like every week or every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like different wigs on the gram. And you are looking for a conservative woman, it will not work. You might get lucky in trying to convince her to, live up to your expectations, or change her ways, or change her dress sense, or her fashion sense, or her sense of style, and be what you want. It will always come with a level of resentment. Imagine, you being all that, the it girl, and the man just comes and is telling you, well, I want your natural hair, I don't want you to fix your nails, I don't want you to do makeup, I don't want you to fix your eyelashes. When he could have just gone for a girl who is on natural hair from day one. Like, I'm sure there are girls on Instagram, on TikTok, that rock their natural hair. They don't fix their nails, they don't wear eyelashes, and they are still beautiful. So instead of trying to change somebody, why don't you just go for a natural girl straight up? And some are also guilty of this. You see a girl who is natural looking, you're telling her, well, I want you to start fixing frontal, I want you to start painting your toes, painting your nails, doing makeup, and trying to deviate her from what she knows, when you can just go after what you want. Just go after a baddie, or go after a girl who likes fashion, who likes to be classy and sexy, likes her makeup, likes her eyelashes, and likes all those things. So I think just go for what you want or what you envision in your future, not trying to change people. Because when you try to change people, it's either you are able to convince them, and at some point they start to resent you, or they just don't want to have anything to do with you from the onset. And the same for girls. You're looking for, you have this idea of how you want your husband to be or your boyfriend to be. You probably like dreads. What are you doing talking to a guy on low cut? Like, how does it correlate? How does it correspond? You like a man who has beards. What are you doing talking to a man who prefers a clean shave? Like, how do you think you can convince him to start growing his beards? And if he eventually listens to you and starts growing his beard, do you think is what he wants? Do you think is what he likes? Do you think that's the image that he wants, of himself? Do you understand? So I think people should just go after what they need or what they want or envision for themselves in the future. Stop trying to change people. Stop trying to bend people to do your will. Just go after what you want. I want a girl who is natural. There are 1,001 girls who look beautiful naturally, and they rock their natural hair on social media. Go after them. Don't try to change people. And I think I call that manipulation, if you will. I feel people that try to do that, they are very, very manipulative, because you could have gone after what you needed or what you wanted in your life. Why coming after me when I don't have the picture. I'm not exactly what you need in a woman physically. Do you understand? So it's just like marrying someone who is slim, but you prefer a curvy woman. How does that correlate? Why don't you just marry a curvy woman straight up, and you know that from day one she has always been curvy, she will forever be curvy? And if you like slim girls, why don't you just marry a slim girl straight up, instead of marrying a curvy woman and expecting her to start going to the gym and starting to lose weight because you want her to look a certain way? I think that's just wicked. I think that's highly manipulative. So I think dating is not hard. Just go after what you want. What are your values? When you see a girl that has those values, go after her. Stop going after people who don't have the values that you want. Now you are a man, you are a 50-50 man. What are you doing with a girl that says, I want my man to take care of me? Because 50-50 is not exactly taking care of. somebody. Do you understand? What are you doing in her DM on her page? She's like, if you're not a provider, don't talk to me. You will still go ahead and DM her. Tomorrow you come on social media and you're like, girls are wicked, girls are this. Girls are not wicked. You're just not going after what you say you want. If you say you want a 50-50 girl, there are girls who are outside there, they have that orientation. Well, I'm going to get my own, I'm going to support my man, I'm going to work hard. I'm a woman does not mean I should be lazy. Go after such women. Leave the ones that say, I want a man to take care of me and make me feel, I want to feel very feminine when I'm with him, pay my bills and stuff. Leave them alone. Okay, you're a woman, you want a man who's a provider. What are you doing with a man that is saying, I want a woman that can do things for herself? If you can't hustle, if you can't pay bills with me, what are you doing there? So I think people should, maybe at some point, people should just have a list. Take a pen and a paper, or maybe on your notes if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, just put it down. These are my values, these are what I'm looking for, this and this and this are those things that I'm looking for in a partner, in a wife and in a husband, or in a boyfriend or girlfriend. And so that when you see people that have those values, you go after them. You have no business with people who don't have the values that you're looking for, so you don't waste your time, and so that you don't end up being a bitter person. Yes, because when you constantly chase things that are not in line with your person, in the long run you will lose. Then tomorrow you'll be miserable and you'll come on social media and start ruining the app for everyone. Girls are terrible. Oh, men are scum. Oh, men are so evil. Whereas you could have just gone for that man who is probably what you need in your future, or what you envision in your future, rather than just going, to go and date the opposite of what you really want, the opposite of what your values are. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.